Hey,
Hello.
it's the evening.
It is. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done on working that one out. You
Well, it's
alright?
not even dark outside, so it's a bit. I thought I just had to remind you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not in a good mood.
Why?
We need to talk a little bit, I think,
What's
about
happened
this show
time?
and what we're doing and all of this. Because I was pretty pissed off with you this week.
Why? What have I done this time?
Like, you sent me a text saying, I'm really tired, I've been really busy, blah, blah, blah. I can't record this week. I'll record next week.
Well, no, it's because but that's because you were busy on the weekend as well. When we usually record, that's when it usually
What are you
happens.
talking about?
Normally we record on the weekend. We don't normally record we only just did one of these a couple of days ago, and the turnaround's pretty quick.
Yeah, but I'm away for the weekend, aren't I?
I know, and I've got work stuff I've got to do.
Right, fine, but whose idea was it to make it to Endgame before the live show?
That was very much both we decided that. That was not
both
just me.
we decided. Yeah, but I'm committing to it and you're not. And you've got less work to do than I have.
That's bullshit.
That's not bullshit at all. It's not bullshit at all.
How is it not? What do you mean? You don't know what I'm doing?
Do you record, edit, and
no? I thought you meant no. Okay,
put a podcast together, or
I thought you meant in real life.
No, I'm talking about in this. I'm talking about in this.
Yeah, okay. No. Okay, because there's minimal editing goes involved with this. I know that for a fact.
You, James.
No, it's true. Right? And then we both have to sit here and we both have to watch this stuff.
Right, you don't have to watch it. You choose to watch it. Secondly, you can just skim it because you've seen these before.
Yeah, but then I also have to look stuff up as well to make sure.
Oh, come on. How much do you look up? Look, it's besides the point. The point is, right, firstly, I was pissed off when you asked me because I was like, hold on, we're trying to get to this deadline. You just saying, oh, I'm too tired. Do you know what that was what wound me up the most when you said I'm too tired. And I thought, do you know how tired I was after a week's work the time I had to watch Thor the Dark World? Do you know how much I should have just gone, nah, I don't want to watch Thor the Dark World because
you didn't know
I'm tired.
what it was like, though, did you? You didn't know it was what it was going to be like.
Well, I do, because every fucking week you go, I don't like this one. This one's a good one. That one's a bad one. You give it away.
I said it was fine. Right. I didn't say it was bad.
Secondly, it's not fine, you over. It's not fine.
Compared with Attack of the Clones, it's fine.
Is that the bar?
It is the bar.
Above Attack of the Clones is fine, is it?
I mean, any film ever made is above Attack of the Clones, so it's fine.
Right. So we've got that. Then secondly, we watched the film last night, and I got to the end, and I thought, James, you've seen Infinity War before, haven't you?
Yeah, of course I have.
And you were thinking, it's Infinity War, he's watching it tomorrow night, so I'm going to make him wait a week to talk about it.
That's not how it is.
How dare you? Like, how dare you? That is awful. What an awful thing to do to me.
No. That's not how it is, though, is it? Because the thing is, right, I told you that I didn't want to do it this week. I said, let's just postpone 1 week. We've still got time to make everything up before the live show and everything. Yes, we have.
No, right, hold on.
We've still got time.
I've got 3 films to watch, right?
Yes.
So I can watch one next Friday on the 10th.
Yeah.
Right? Hold on. Next Friday on the 10th, then the 17th, then the 24th. After that, we're in Sheffield.
Yeah.
So, no, we haven't got the time to do one next week.
I know, but nobody would notice.
What am I supposed to do? Like, Harry's been going out of his mind about watching this film, and I'm supposed to go, oh, James is tired, we can't watch it this week. He wants us to watch it next week.
Well, yeah, you could have done that. It would
No,
be fine.
I couldn't have done that. I'm not going to do that to my son for you.
It's more anticipation, you know?
So anyway,
it's good.
So here's what happened. Last night, we watched the film. I said, I'm not waiting a week to talk about that. So we're recording tonight. And you went, okay. And I thought, it couldn't have been that bad then.
No,
it couldn't have been that terrible for you to record tonight.
No, it's because I was feeling bad about it. And I thought, it's okay. I've got quite a bit done now. So it's going to be fine. And then I just thought, it's all right. We can, go ahead.
Good.
As long as we start reasonably early, because I've got to leave the house at about 5:30 tomorrow morning.
I'm driving to Butlins tomorrow, mate.
That is not my fault. I didn't make you go to Butlins.
No, what's your fault is us trying to cram all these films in because you got to watch Endgame before we announce it. We don't want people to spoil it.
Definitely, people will spoil it, and it'll be awful if they do that.
Anyway,
and you can purely, I mean, you can get that even more now after having watched Infinity Wars. Presumably.
I've watched Infinity War. This is, I mean, strap in. We might be recording this podcast just before you leave tomorrow morning because
fucking hell.
I've. What was that noise?
I don't know.
It sounded like my dad. That's really weird.
Fucking hell.
I said the longest episode we've done, I think, is Civil War.
Yeah.
And that was 5 pages of notes. James, I've got 7 pages of notes in front of me.
Wow. You see, what I'm worried about with 7 pages, is I'm just thinking, is this just going to be 7 pages of nitpicking? That's what I'm concerned about.
Possibly.
It is,
Let's find out.
See, this is the thing, because then when I was watching this, I've been trying to preempt your questions, and I was just thinking, okay, I've got a list of things written down here that I've got as answers to things.
Have you really? Okay, yes. Keep that to a side. We'll go through them at the end. I've got something,
and also remind me, I've got to get you to do something at the end of this as well.
What? How can I remind you? Hold on, let me write at the bottom of my notes.
Yeah.
Right. James wants me to do something.
Yeah, I've got to ask you to do something.
Of this. Okay, well, whether I do it or not, I might put it off till next week. Right, okay, here we go. There's something to talk. There's lots to talk about with this film. I've got so much to talk to you about. It's unbelievable. There's also a confession that I need to make, which technically is not really a confession because I've just forgotten. But
so was this something you knew about it before going in, but didn't know?
Sort of, but right, I'll get to the end of it. I'll get at the end of it. Yes, cool. But no. Basically, it was something that I've been worrying about that I shouldn't have worried about. Okay, but I'll explain that later. Right. Okay. So I wrote before the film had started. I've been thinking about this film a lot today, and as I started to write my theories down for the film, because remember we didn't watch the trailer for this.
Yeah.
We were also setting up Disney Plus to watch this film. So here's what my notes read.
Go on.
I hope they explain what's taken Thanos so long to get him. Oh, fucking hell. Fuck you, Disney Plus. Because here's what I was going to write. I don't think, my prediction is Spider-Man's not going to be in it because they had that whole thing about him not being an Avenger, and we know that there's still contracts and all this sort of stuff going on. Yeah. And also, I think Guardians of the Galaxy will be in it, but I don't think they'll be a big part of it. I think there'll be like a little cameo in it. And I put, oh, fucking hell, fuck you, Disney Plus. I go to play the fucking film and there's a full splash screen showing Spider-Man, Iron Man, and the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy standing next to each other. Why? Yeah. Why have they done this?
And that does suck, doesn't it? Because especially the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, it's not like going into this, you'd probably think, yeah, maybe like you said, maybe there'll be a cameo, but it's more than a cameo.
It's a Guardians of the Galaxy film.
Basically,
sort of.
Yes. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Also, like, yeah, I'm blown away by how much of this is in space. Like, I did not see that coming. This is not the film I thought we were getting. Genuinely, really? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I did not expect pretty much all of this to be in space. I did not expect Captain America to be a cameo in this more than
I know. See, that's what you see. This is one of my other things that I checked before recording with you. I've actually got a list of the approximate screen time for each major character.
Excellent. Right, we'll go through them at the end. Right. Okay. But what pisses me off is that, like, the way they introduce characters in these films is so good. You know, when the Guardians showed up, we knew it was the Guardians coming because it was just the shift in music, like the soundtrack, and we were like, Guardians! And there they were. But if we didn't know that they were in this, that would have been even better, right?
It would, definitely. Well, just like with Spider-Man turning up in Civil War. Like,
exactly.
If you had known that was going to happen, that would have been
good.
Cool. Yeah.
They just don't care, do they? They're like, I just hate it. I
know, but in their defence at this point, these have been out for a long time, and most people are watching them the second time or whatever, isn't it?
Just think about people that haven't seen the film Marvel, that's all I'm saying. Right. Okay, anyway, here we go. Why was there a 10 in the Marvel Studios logo? Was that 10 years?
Yeah, I think that was 10 years that they've been doing these,
wow.
Okay.
As so since films. Iron Man?
Yes.
So I've crammed in 10 years worth of Marvel films in the space of 5 months. That's
hang on, wait a minute. I need to work that. Let's think about that. It is definitely, yeah.
You're worried about the tweets.
I am worried about the tweets. Iron Man came out in 2008. This came out in 2018.
There you go. That'll be 10 years then. Okay.
Done. Yeah.
Bang.
No tweets, please.
Opening at JCA Farley if you're interested in. Opening with a space battle someone giving a speech while walking over dead bodies. It looks like that scientist from Mass Effect. I remembered his name, Mordin. Do you remember Mordin?
I do remember Mordin. Yeah.
Didn't he remind you of Mordin a little bit?
He did actually. Yeah. The guy who spoke really quickly.
Yeah. What a great. But Mordin's a great character. But this character's great as well.
Yeah.
Although oft a little bit too quickly, I think.
Yeah, it was quite early on. Yeah.
But still, okay. Loki is there. Thanos is also there. What the fuck? He's got Thor. Oh yeah, because at the end of the last.
At the end of
Ragnarok,
this is
Thanos
the ship
turned up, and this is the ship. Yeah,
that like Korg and all that are on, and he's basically just laid it waste to it.
Yeah,
and
Loki, okay, he's got Thor. Loki wants him to kill Thor, then he bottles it. Right, so this is Thanos's. He does that weird thing where he's like pressing something into the side of his. A lot of torture in this film.
Yes, there is quite a lot of torture. Yeah,
a lot of give me that stone or I'll torture. You know what I mean? That's pretty much how he gets all of the stones.
Give me that.
Give me that. Yeah. You really are the Thor turns right. So this is the bit where Loki reveals that he does have the Tesseract. Or the Tesseract, or whatever it's called. And Thor turns around to Loki and says, "You really are the worst brother." Harry said, "I'm Thor. Charlie is Loki." Charlie is Harry's brother. For those that don't know, enter Hulk. Harry said, "Nice haircut, Hulk." Like these little comments that he just comes out with. Okay, so Thanos is more powerful than Hulk. Then
he is.
This is a problem with these films, isn't it? Like,
how do you mean?
Every film. More power is on screen,
and it starts to get a bit like, well, hang on, like in the same way.
I've got a note about that. I've got a note about that later. Yeah, there was a bit where I went, hang on a minute, right? But we'll talk about that when it comes up. Okay. I
mean, like Vision, strangely useless in this film. Like mostly, when you'd be thinking,
Yeah, when he was like the most powerful in Ultron, right?
In Age of Ultron, he was like rocking everything. Yeah.
Right, gatekeeper dude. Sends Hulk somewhere, then gets killed by Thanos. This is right. Okay, this is all just like build up.
He's dead.
Loki with the worst. Yeah, first death is that one. I was thinking side character, fine. I was not expecting a lot of deaths in this film.
Oh dear.
Okay. Loki with the worst attempt at trying to kill the bad guy ever there. This is where he's so crap. He walks up to Thanos and he's like, "Oh, hello," and then he gets a dagger in his hand and then just try. He was like, "Why are you even?"
He's like, I swear allegiance to you, and then I'm going to stick this in you.
Yeah, rubbish. Loki dies. Thor cries. Harry says he's only got one eye to cry out of.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Very deep from Harry there. Right, okay. Gutted about Loki. He's one of the best characters in this. Yeah, really sad to see him die.
And he's actually gone. Yeah, that's it. Like for his, What?
Well, you didn't say that about. Okay.
No, he's actually dead. This version of Loki is actually dead.
Right.
He's gone. Yeah.
This version.
Yeah.
Shut up. Just everything you're saying is like, okay.
What do you mean, okay? What do you mean, okay?
This version of Loki. So there's another version of Loki. There's... every time I mention a death now, I'm waiting for you to go, and this one is actually dead, yeah.
No, he is actually dead. He's dead.
Okay.
He's dead.
Right. Well, that's really sad, because I love Loki as a character. I think Loki's brilliant. The only good thing in the first two Thor films, gone. Doctor Strange now has Hulk, or Banner, and he lands in his house thing. Right, intro title. So that's when that stuff, which we were talking about actually, Harry and I think it might be one of my least favourite sort of dramatic theme musics from films. Yeah, when you think about Star Wars,
it's not. It doesn't sound quite as sort of like
Back to the
classic,
Future,
sort of
and Jurassic Park.
But maybe
and then
that's
you look at this and it's. I was like, okay.
Maybe it's just because it's our age, though, because that was stuff we grew up with. Whereas for younger generation,
is that
a big deal.
Is that music specifically made for these films, or has it been about before?
No, it's just for these.
Okay, can't wait for you to get a tweet saying, "Well, here it is from the 1968 TV series.
This one, yes.
The Avengers in the West.
There is Lou Ferrigno. It's even got lyrics.
We are the Avengers for you now. Right, okay. Now with Iron Man talking about wanting to pee. I remember that.
I don't remember that.
He said I need to pee or something. I don't know. He's got his chest device back, but there doesn't appear to be any reason for it.
Yeah, no, he kind of explains that it's because... No, he does. He does kind of... I mean, we know now, obviously, why he's got that.
Why?
Because that's where the suit comes out of now.
Oh, do you know what? I missed the suiting up in this bit. In this film? Yeah, I was looking down typing and looked up and he was in his suit. But I remember everyone going, whoa, like that. So he's hiding his suit in there.
Yeah, because Pepper said, like, you know, why have you got that? And all, you know, like, you don't need that now. And he's like, this is like a protection thing now. It's not that he needs it to stay alive, but it's because the suit, you know, you can generate the suit from it.
Oh, that makes total sense now. Okay, fair play. Oh man, Strange and Bruce show up. Stark's face. Genuinely nice moment there. So this is where... So Doctor Strange opens a portal to Tony Stark's house in front of Pepper Potts. And then, Pepper Potts. And then Bruce Banner walks... Yeah, Pepper Potts. And then Bruce Banner walks through. And Stark's face when he sees him for the first time. Because obviously they've not seen each other for... what a nice moment that was. Mm-hmm. He was just genuinely wanted to run over and give him a hug, but...
But obviously... Yeah, not going to do that.
Yeah. I thought it was great. Strange talking about the Infinity Stones, right? So this is the setup for the film, essentially. Yeah. We learn that we already knew. I thought there was 9, but there's 6.
No, it's 6. Yeah, there's 6 Infinity Stones, yeah.
Right, 6 Infinity Stones. I felt maybe they could have explained where some of them were a little bit better.
Now that is the thing. That's one of the things I've got down on my list of things that I checked before because I knew you were going to want to know where they all were. Like, so now.
Well, okay, actually, I've got another note on this. And then we'll come back to that. Then we'll come back to that. Right? Okay. They've named Ben and Jerry's flavors after. Product placement bit in a film or whatever. But the names that they come up with for the Avengers Ben and Jerry's flavours made me laugh a lot. My favourite being Holka Holka Burning Fudge. That's about as perfect as it gets. I really like that. Vision has gone rogue, apparently. That's what was said at that time. No one knew where Vision was.
He's like DA's disappeared. He's gone off the grid.
He's gone off the grid. So there are no Avengers anymore. Bit harsh on the few that were forming the latest version of Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember they had that big sort of thing, didn't they?
Bit harsh on the few that were forming Avengers the New Class at the end of Ultron. So this is... Who was it? It was Wonder, Vision, Ant-Man, Falcon.
Yeah.
And... That was it, right?
That was about it, yeah. Then it was going to be Spider-Man.
Oh, and War Machine. War Machine was in there as well. They were going to be the new Avengers. And Tony Stark's going, no, the Avengers are dead. Don't worry about it.
It's like that didn't work out.
Forget about the Avengers. There are no Avengers anymore. Well, what about the ones that we were forming? And don't worry about it.
No, that didn't work
ask about that. They were shit. Crime went up. Right.
Even Hawkeye wasn't interested. He just fucked off. You know.
Oh, you need to explain this bit to me because I got confused here. Right. So you know the bit where the spaceship comes down to Earth. The Earth is quaking and everyone's panicking. Right.
Yeah.
And then we see Spider-Man. Right. So first of all, they're in Doctor Strange's house, which is in which country?
It's New York. It's in New York.
Doctor Strange's house is in New York.
Yes.
I thought it... Was it in another country?
No. There are sanctuaries in a number of countries around the world.
And then you've got... Sake. How am I supposed to know that?
Because they did explain this. And then you've got in the Doctor Strange film.
Oh, I was half asleep during that shit show.
Right. Well, anyway, anyway, he's in charge of the sanctuary in New York.
Right, okay, that's convenient. I was like, what the fuck? Why... Like, when Spider-Man turned up, I thought, right, okay, so here's what I genuinely thought at one point. That spaceships had come down in 2 separate countries, like, they were coming down all over the world, and then Spider-Man was dealing with the one in New York, And then all of a sudden, Spider-Man showed up next to Doctor Strange. I was like, what's he doing there now? How's he got there? Right.
How has he got to London? Like in this time?
Why are they in London again?
Yeah.
Right.
Tax cut. But
okay. So, right. Okay. Right. I've put, he's not shown up already, has he? Because this is where the big guy shows up. And at first I thought, is this Thanos? Are they just going to go back? Thanos is on Earth. Right, time for Spider-Man. Stan Lee cameo, another one of the worst ones of all time. I mean, this is
come on. That wasn't as bad as the casino one in the
no. The casino one was worse because you didn't even know what he was talking about. This one though, it was very much no one else was in shot with him, and he was the bus driver, and he turned around and he was like, "Hey, keep it down, kids," or something like that. It was like, "Shut up." I'm gonna really miss him. Okay, so various spaceships turning up all over the world. No, David. No, just one in New York.
Just New York. I mean, why would they go all over the world when they're just looking for one thing?
They're looking for two things, for starters.
Well, yeah, two things, but secondly, they know where they are.
They don't know where it is. So why would they just instantly go to New York?
They know where one of them is.
Do they?
Yeah, that's why they went there. I mean, they knew the sanctuary was there.
They went to New York, but there were many different sanctuaries, and Doctor Strange could be. Yeah, but they knew.
No, he's the
also,
master
one of them
the
was
one
in
New York.
Scotland.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, that was where Vision and Wanda were.
Yeah, and what's he got in his head, James?
Yeah, but that's not because it was a sanctuary. He was just there.
Yes, but no, I'm saying one of the stones was in Scotland.
Yeah, well, they catch up with that one later, don't they?
They do. Right, aliens show up. Bruce struggling to get into Hulk was pretty funny. Like, because he's now... I mean, it goes totally against the whole point of the character. The whole character is that he really struggles to maintain not turning into the Hulk, and it's a big problem.
And now he can't.
And now he can't get into the Hulk. It was a bit like... Okay, whatever, I'll go with it. I think I decided in the last film that I didn't care about the Hulk anymore, so that was fine. Mm-hmm. Here's a quote. Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizard. that was what Stark said. I said, this has been far funnier than I thought it would be so far.
Yeah. Well, a bit of the tone I felt... I mean, this is because the tone of the other films has kind of changed, apart from Black Panther maybe, but, with all these characters, especially when Guardians of the Galaxy cast turn up, it's like... It feels more like a Guardians film, like at that point, which is great.
It does, and I think the tone here is absolutely spot on, because I was up for sort of a gritty, very serious film, but having that for 2.5 hours long, this doesn't go full comedy at any point, and there's some very serious moments in it, but it just dripped in some comedy here and there, some genuinely brilliantly funny moments here and there.
And this is why these films are massively superior to the DC stuff that has come out at similar sort of times.
Also massively superior to the Phase 1 films, because my word, going back and watching them, I don't know how you did it for this show. Those first films must have been terrible to watch again.
Well, no, it's because it is these go up in a curve, don't they? Obviously,
they do,
of being very good. But the first ones, they're still fine, and they're not bad films, and they're still. I still think you can get something out of those films, especially knowing after you've seen these ones, they become even it helps them to become better, I feel.
Okay, all right. Well, so I wasn't expecting this much comedy, and there's some more later on. I mean, there's some absolutely hilarious moments.
I mean, again, Drax gets some great lines.
Oh God, Joe turned around to me today and said Drax is my favourite character in all of these. I was like, good. Really? She's like, yeah, I absolutely adore Drax every time he's on, and I just went, well.
He's like, I am imperceptible.
Yeah, he come out with some cracking lines with this, right? Okay. Oh my God, Mordin from Mass Effect is badass. He's using the Force and shit. So this is where he's flinging stuff about. What was it? Who Iron Man chucks back that big Hulk type guy, and Mordin just sort of swipes him away with the Force.
Yes.
I was like, yes, mate, you are badass. What a great character he was.
Yeah. No, he was good. Especially, but, I mean, he was chucking all that stuff, but then also I did when they sent it all back to him as well, in pieces. That was pretty cool. I mean, actually, that's the thing. Because when I watched this back again, the first half an hour, 45 minutes of this film is fantastic. In terms of action and everything, it's so good.
I said it. What's really interesting is that you worry it's going to feel too long, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
The way they do it is that they have so many different characters, and they say, here's a 10-minute action sequence for this one, this one, this one, this one. So you don't really get bored because you're like, oh, here's these characters fighting. Let's move on. Still fighting, but totally different characters and cool shit's happening. So yeah, but it really worked.
But also the other thing that I think that they really, really do like nail with this film is the fact you've got this huge cast of people, but they don't bother to try and like give everyone like equal time or anything like that. It is just like
they can't forget some of them. Yeah.
It's like they're only there to support the story, which is why it works.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Oh wait, there is only one ship. Okay, right. This is where I realise there's only one spaceship. Really digging Doctor Strange's powers in this one. Doctor Strange was great in this.
He was, yeah, and
what a great character.
He also seems incredibly more powerful, and as they said, like the director said, it was like he was supposed to be like the grown up in the room, like with the whole thing.
Yeah, he really felt like that as well.
And you get that as well, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but yeah, his powers were cool. They worked. Like you could see how he works in fights now.
Yeah,
and I was like, why was none of this in the Doctor Strange film?
I don't know.
They should have got him to that point earlier, shouldn't they? Really?
Yeah, I mean, you could say it's because obviously he's become significantly more powerful by this stage, but then it's like...
No, yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that if you're doing a Doctor Strange film, I think what they should have done is opened that film with him as Doctor Strange, and we get to see glimpses of how he turned into Doctor Strange, not 45 minutes of him...
Not a whole origin story of the whole thing.
That's what they should have done.
And that's maybe they should have done like a Peter Parker with him in a sense, because that's what they did with Homecoming as well.
Yes,
like he was already they didn't go through the whole thing. But the difference is that everybody's seen how Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man like a million times.
Yeah, but we could still see how he became Doctor Strange, but it did not need to be the opening hour and a half.
No,
do you know what I mean? Like it's okay. Spider-Man and Doctor Strange being beamed up into the spaceship. Iron Man sending Spider-Man home was funny. Why? Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is when he activates the parachute on his thing and he just flies off. Yeah, love that. Love all that. Pepper Potts has got the right hump with Stark here. Spider-Man's still on the ship. Joe said, he's so naughty. All right.
That's the thing. Like when we were watching it, Chen is always just like, that is so like Asher. Basically, like the way that he behaves is exactly like Asher. Seriously, like, and all the arguing as well is exactly the same as well.
Yeah, I was about to say like that. Joe's got two boys, so that of course she's calling him naughty. Yeah. Right? Okay. Yeah. Bruce Banner calls. Was it Stephen Rogers? Isn't it?
Steve Rogers.
Yeah, Steve Rogers. Steve.
Stephen. Stephen Rogers.
Yeah, well, Steve Rogers isn't cooler, is it?
It's Cap.
Okay. Music kicks in. Here comes the Guardians, right? Yes! God, I wish this wasn't spoiled. Ha ha ha. Teenage Groot is still brilliant.
Yeah. He's sitting there playing his video game.
Playing his video game all the time. Yeah. Thor lands on the spaceship.
Yeah.
Drax saying Peter has put on weight, right? So this whole bit is just so fucking good. Yeah. Thor and Peter Quill like trying to one up each other constantly,
especially when Peter Quill's doing that voice as well, like trying to like deeper voice.
Tries to do that voice and tries to act like the bad guy. When Rocket's saying that he's the captain, all of this was just brilliant. And I'm like, Harry was absolutely wetting himself at this scene. I've put again way funnier than I thought this film would be. There's just so much going on. Drax is hilarious.
Yeah.
Thor is brilliant. Like, oh my god, Thor's a good character now. Like, thank God. Yeah. Thank God.
It really was like Ragnarok that changes the whole thing, really. I think, I mean, not just Thor's character, but the whole MCU in a way kind of like shifts a little bit because of that and becomes a lot funnier in a good way.
So they all have this big sort of back and forth. It's quite a lengthy scene, lots of laughs in it. And it says Rocket, Thor and Groot head off to get this weapon, this special weapon that's the type of weapon that can kill Thanos, is what we're told. The others go to nowhere to try and... I don't understand the plan for those. It was like, we'll go get the weapon to kill him. You go and try and kill him.
No, they were going to go and try and get one of the stones before Thanos got it.
That's right, from the Collector, right. That's right, yeah. Wonder and Vision in an Airbnb now. Now Wonder's accent has gone completely.
It's gone total... It's just American now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Also, why isn't Vision red anymore in this bit?
I don't know, because he goes all human, doesn't he? And it's like, I mean, obviously it's kind of like an illusion or whatever, but why would he feel the need to do that? You know, it's a bit odd.
Well, to sort of blend in, I get that, but like, I wonder how. Like, is his red thing underneath the skin, or is it must be, right? So he's like flopping skin over the top of the red thing, because he changes back into the red thing at one point.
He does, yeah. I mean, I think Paul Bettany just didn't want to wear the makeup.
Yeah, just for a day. Yeah.
Just for come on.
One day where I don't have to do this.
I want to be recognisable. Come on.
Oh, there's a lot of jump scares in this, isn't there? Mm-hmm. And this was one of them where they both get attacked out of nowhere. They're talking about, hey, I need to go and help out the Avengers, and Wonder was like, no, you don't, no, because they'll be looking for me anyway, so I'm definitely going to get involved. I might as well be with it. And then bang, get stabbed through the back. Thanos' basic-ass soldiers are pretty damn powerful, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, yeah. And also, that's the thing, because this is the point where you look at this and you're just thinking Vision is, like, he was supposed to be, like, really powerful. And
like the ultimate, yeah.
But he's rubbish in this. Like, he just gets stabbed all the time.
Yeah, he does. Doesn't last long, does he? Rogers is back, and he hasn't shaved.
That was a very cool moment. That was, though. You know, when they like look. Yeah, come on. You've got like that train going past, and they're like looking. It's like, who's that? Who's that over there? And then it's like, there he is. With
Steve
his beard.
Rogers is rubbish in this film. James,
he's not rubbish in this film.
He's terrible in this film.
How is he terrible in this film?
So not like he's such not a part. I thought it was going to be a massive moment with Rogers. There was no massive moment with Rogers. He was just a bit part player. Harry at one point turned around and went, oh, they got a new actor for him. I went, no, he's just got a beard. No, it's a different guy. So
he looks good with the beard.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
No, he doesn't, James.
He does.
He looks like a fake beard.
He looks rugged.
Why is he good in this film? Explain that to me.
No, it's just the bit. It's just when he turns up, and then you got him and Black Widow like doing the whole thing, and then there's some great bits with Thor as well, like a couple of gags there as well, which work. It's good.
Which work. Yeah. That's the best you could say about that character in this film. He's not a very good character in this film. He doesn't really do anything. Right, okay. Black Widow's blonde now. It's like they were all emerging from lockdown. That's what I've written there. It's like seeing your mates for the first time since the pandemic started.
So, you coloured your hair. Oh, you got a beard.
Yeah. Oh, you go. Yeah, I thought, you know, I just sort of grew it and thought I'd keep it. Oh, maybe don't. Maybe shave. Yeah. What do you reckon? You'll probably shave, Steve. Flashback. Thanos taking Gamora from her home planet as he destroys it. Oh, mate.
Well, not destroying it, but yeah.
Well, killing everyone there. Oh, mate. Him distracting her while everyone is killed is absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
It was awful. Awful. When he's like talking to her and in the background, everyone's getting mowed down.
We got the balance and all that, like hold this knife and all that kind of thing. It's like, you don't need to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's just horrible. It made me feel ill. Back to the Guardians. Gamora and Peter kiss. Yeah. How long have you been standing there? An hour. And then when he's like saying, I'm moving so slowly that I'm invisible. Like, didn't even make sense. Like, as a concept, it didn't make sense.
No, because he was like,
never say that.
But no, but it's just the way he was like, I have perfected like moving so slowly that it's imperceptible.
It's shit, right? He would never say that. It makes no sense that he said that. There's no way he thinks he's invisible. Yet it's fucking hilarious. So I'm allowing it.
Especially because he's like, then he like does it, and they're like, you're eating like that's.
He goes off, and then she comes over. The Mantis comes over, and she says, "Hey, Drax, off for fuck." Yeah, that was great. Gamora knows something about Thanos that could kill her.
Yeah.
And see, we had a prediction, and our prediction was wrong. I said, "Is it that there's an Infinity Stone in that blade thing that he gave her?" But looking back on it, of course it wouldn't be. Why would he give it to her? If it
wouldn't make any sense at all. It
wouldn't make any sense. That's not explained, is it, that bit? Is it?
What do you mean?
That she knows something that could get her killed. And
she does.
Right, okay, slow down. She also said that if I told Peter Quill what this thing is...
it'll get him killed as well.
Right, so what is it then?
That she knows where the Soul Stone is.
Right, but if she told him why would Thanos know that he knew?
He may not, but then if he found out, then he'd go after Peter as well to find out where it was.
Yeah, but what she?
So he's just protecting her. I mean,
I don't know about that.
That's what it is. I don't have a problem with that, and that's fine.
It's a bit. If I tell you, then he'll kill you. Well, only if you tell him that I know. Gamora. Oh, but then I suppose he can.
There's a couple of things in this. This is what's also interesting with this film, because there's quite a few bits where you're like, if they had just done this, then this would never have happened.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. There's one big bit there. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Fine. Okay. That's that explained. Way more Guardians in this than I thought there would be.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Guardians film.
It is. I mean, it's because largely because Thanos is in space for like most of this film.
Yeah.
And he's the main draw. I mean, he's in this. I mean. Okay, I said that I've got this list of screen time.
Yeah.
For he's the number one. Like he has the most screen time in the whole film. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I suppose he's such an important part of this story.
Yeah. And he's a really, really interesting character, I think.
We're going to have to talk about his motives as well, because we'll get to his motives in a bit, right? Because that's a whole other discussion. Right. Thanos killing the Collector. I'm all right with him doing that, to be honest. Don't like the Collector. So.
I know, he's pretty crap when he
Bye-bye. Wow, Gamora doing some good damage to Thanos there. Wait, why is he dropping? What's happening here then? Okay, fake Thanos.
I know, well, that was that, because even one of the people was like, well, that was easy.
Yeah.
Like, one of the Guardians said that was easy.
That was, wasn't that the Collector in the cage thing?
No, was it? I thought it was one of the Guardians. I can't remember.
Maybe it was. He's now bending reality. That's the best power glove since the SNES one.
Yeah, he's got the reality stone, so he can do that now. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm honestly struggling to keep up with the stones and where they are and what they do. Right, so this is the bit we said we'd come back to. So,
all right.
Here's what I got. We got the Mind Stone, which is in Vision.
Yeah, that's in Vision's head.
I don't know what that does, but that's the Mind one. We got the Time one. That's in Doctor Strange's thing. Makes sense. Yeah. Manipulate time.
Yeah.
We got the Tesseract, which is called the Earth Stone?
No, it's the Space Stone.
The Space Stone. What does that do?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's just power, because that's what the Tesseract was.
Power.
It was just it was giving
that's just
power or whatever. Okay. But then also the other thing, the question I thought you might have about that is, how did Loki get that? Because he had it for some reason. Like at the beginning of the film.
That's explained that Loki received it from Thanos to attack Earth, right?
No, he didn't. That's a different one.
What? Loki's had it? No, Loki. What did Loki have the Tesseract from?
No. Okay.
Are you asking me what? How Loki had the Tesseract? Because I know.
Go on. How do you think he had it?
In Ragnarok, you see him walk through that museum thing with the fake Thanos glove, and he stops and looks at the Tesseract in
that's
Asgard.
when he steals it. Yeah, that's when he steals it. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna.
I thought that was going to be something you'd be like, how did he get that?
No, because I pointed that out on the Ragnarok episode. I said, I'm pretty sure I said on the podcast, Loki's got the Tesseract then. Yeah. So when he pulled it out, I knew exactly. Yeah, I knew he had it. But then the Soul Stone, that's never been mentioned before, is it?
No, it's not been mentioned before.
So it's just completely new. That's the problem. We've had 18 films, and you could have mentioned each of these stones, right?
No, they were mentioned. Like all 6 were mentioned.
Yeah,
and they didn't explain
but like
in one of them.
Only in like one of those bits where they show like a chalkboard of, here's what the stones are, right? Yeah. But there was never like one film that explains the Soul Stone, one film that explains. They should have done that. But 18 films.
But no, there was though for all of them apart from the Soul Stone.
Right. Tesseract is in loads of them.
Yeah. The Mind Stone is in loads of them as well, because that's the one that is given by Thanos to Loki.
Loki, right? Staff. So got that right. Yeah. So that's 2. You've got that fucking awful one from Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, that's the Reality Stone.
That's the Reality one, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's that one.
Then you got the Power Stone, and that was from the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's the one in the little silver ball.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. So the only one that isn't is the Soul one.
It's the only one that's missing. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Right.
So also, like how Thanos gets the Power Stone is not actually explained either. But then what it is that he gets that off screen as well, because
what was the Power Stone again? Which one was that?
That was the one because Quill gives it to the Nova Corps at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's right.
For like safekeeping, and then basically Thanos goes to their planet and takes it.
Right. Okay,
and originally it was going to be part of the film. They were going to show him like rocking up there and like destroying the planet and nicking it, but they were like, "This is too long already."
Okay, sure.
Don't need that.
Okay. Right. Okay. Thanos making Quill kill Gamora. So this is where, this was really hard to watch. When he's holding Gamora, and Gamora has already made a pact with Peter Quill that instead of trying to kill Thanos, kill me instead, because I know something that he needs. And Peter Quill was just about to shoot her when his gun turns into bubbles. Yep. Remember that?
Which was, I mean, it looked cool, but it is kind of horrible, like really horrible, because he was going to
be prepared to kill her, and
he was going to do it.
Yeah, horrible. Back to the Avengers Towers now. War Machine isn't aging well, is he? Looks really old in this.
Well, he's been through a horrific accident as well.
I know. I mean, most of them, you could tell it's like kind of, you look at Black Widow and go, it's a long way from the start of these films, isn't it? And you look at like even Tony Stark.
It's 10 years, isn't it?
Mate, you ain't got long left in the job, have you?
10 years.
Okay, Vision talking. Yeah, but War Machine wasn't even in the first one.
No, he wasn't.
Not this one, anyway. Vision talking about destroying the stone in his head. But surely Thanos is powerful enough as it is. Like, I was thinking, why is the sixth stone the one that makes him really powerful? Surely 5 of them. He's insanely powerful already.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not about the power, is it? It's because he needs all 6 so he can do the
his little clicky finger thing.
Yeah.
I get you. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, but I get you.
No, but I mean, you're right though. I mean, you'd be fine with, say, maybe the Time Stone and the Reality Stone would be enough. I mean, you could do plenty with that.
Yeah, so much that. Yeah, just get 2 of them. Yeah. Avengers heading to Wakanda. I know somewhere, said Rogers. Yeah, everyone knows about this place now, Rogers.
It's true,
It was the whole press conference on it, Rogers. Don't try and act like you know somewhere that no one else knows. That was, honestly, I really don't like Captain America in this.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he was fine. He was fine.
I know somewhere we can go. What, Wakanda? Yeah, how do you know that? There was a big press conference about it, the vibranium stuff.
Yeah, but he's been off around being like a rogue Avenger
for like
the whole
time.
Been? Well, him and those other ones like Black Widow have been doing avenging stuff, but rogue ones,
really crap ones.
Yeah,
like getting shoplifters in Tesco's and stuff.
Probably that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. The Winter Soldier's back. At least he's got a vibranium arm.
Yeah.
Nice one, Black Panther. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't like him. Right. Doctor Strange is in that spike prison. So this is where Mordin was like...
Well.
Yeah, that was horrible, where their spikes were... It made me think... Do you know what I thought of when I saw that?
What?
The Doctor Strange was Tony Stark's heart, and that was the shrapnel slowly going towards
horrible. That's horrible. But that's the other thing, though. They loved... like suspending people in this and then torturing them.
Yeah,
there's a
lot of torture. Mordin flying out to space was well funny.
Yeah,
we will. It
was the aliens. Yeah, the alien solution.
What was his actual name?
I don't remember. Hang on, I have to look it up. Let's have a look. I don't know. He's not in the main cast, so I don't know.
Brilliant. I mean, it's funny because. Super powerful character. All Tony Stark did was like blast a hole in his spaceship, and he got sucked off out into space. This is where Doctor Strange turns around to Spider-Man and says, "I'm Doctor Strange." And Spider-Man says, "Oh, we're using our made-up names." Oh, okay, I'm Spider-Man.
He's like, so we're using our superhero names.
No, he doesn't say that. He says our made-up names, which made it even funnier. Like I proper laughed at that. I thought, oh. God, I wish there was more of this in the Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
This is what's also quite strange, really, is that Spider-Man like works better when he's not like the main focus.
Yeah, 100%. He's so good when he's just in the background making little comments and little quips and stuff like that. It's great. It's just like I am Doctor Strange. Oh, we're using our made up names. Okay, cool. I'm Spider-Man, I guess. Strange asking Stark if he can get us home. So this is when they're on the spaceship. They want to go back to Earth. But why isn't Strange using his Sonic the Hedgehog ring thing?
Well, I don't think he can go like across whole of like space.
No,
that's
there's a limit on it, is there?
I think there's limits. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like a remote control car starts?
Well,
to run
because it's like I think it's supposed to be like whether you can like visualize the plate. I don't know. What
visualize home. No, no. You're literally thinking of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie now.
Yeah, I am on.
That's the rule in the Sonic Hedgehog movie.
It's far away, David. They're
Have
very
you seen
far
Sonic
away.
2 yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god! Oh, you've got to see that.
Yeah.
There's a whole bit in it where it just turns into like Sonic's not in it for about 20 minutes. It's really weird. We liked it though. Right, Gamora really acting like a teenager in front of Thanos here. I hate that chair. I hated this room. Yeah. I was like, come on, Gamora. So Thanos has got Gamora. He's leading her about. Yeah, he goes back to where he kept her captive and.
Because like he brings her food, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then she like chucks
She's
it.
Like, ugh.
And I said, "There's no need for that." Like,
I know. That's what I was thinking.
It's a bit much. You know?
Yeah, it was this scene. She drinks it and goes, "Ugh, I don't want that." And then she goes, "I hate this room. I don't like that chair." I was like, "Oh, Gamora." Right, Nebula being tortured now. More suspension there.
That was horrible as well.
Yeah,
like
being pulled apart bit by bit. That was rough, especially when it pans round. And Gamora tells Thanos where the Soul Stone is. On Vormir?
Yeah, Vormir.
Right, okay. Thor can speak Groot. That didn't need to happen. I thought that was shit decision, actually.
Sorry, say that again?
Thor can speak Groot.
Oh, that, yeah.
Why did that need to happen?
Well, yeah, it does for things in the future, but it's...
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, are they going to team up in the future, though?
I'm not telling you anything, but it's, yeah.
They're dead, aren't they? I can't remember. Hold on. Yeah, but Thor just walking around and he goes, "Oh, I could speak Groot," and he was like, "Oh, can you?" Yeah, we learned it at Asgard.
Yeah.
No, you didn't, Thor. Rubbish.
Especially because you think about it, it's a useless language to learn. There's only one of them. Yeah. It's like, why would you bother?
Yeah, yeah, bollocks. Thor is so much better now that he is. What? Thor is so much better now, isn't he? He's never fought me twice. I'm getting a new hammer, don't forget. That was a great line as well. Like, Thor is just a comedy character now, and it works so much better. Yeah, this is when he goes, well, Thanos has never fought me. Yes, he has, and he beat you. Well, he's never fought me twice, and I'm getting a new hammer. Don't forget that. I just thought it was really funny. Thor inserting an eye that has been up Rocket's arse.
Yeah,
okay.
that was. I thought that was quite good as well.
There was an even better moment with Rocket.
He's like, you should have cleaned that before you did that.
Rocket has been obsessed with body parts from the first time we've seen him, right? And it doesn't let up here because not only did we have this that he stole someone's eye and then gave it to Thor. We also had the bit where he's talking to the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Give me your arm." And and he laughs at him and walks off. And he's like, "I'm gonna get that arm." Yeah, Rocket's great in these films, isn't he?
Yeah.
Massive Dinklage made Thanos' power glove.
He did, yeah.
So he's a weapon maker.
Yeah.
Nebula escaping. This is just bits that happens in the thing. Whew, right, okay. Nebula escaping. This film has a surprising lack of Avengers in it.
Yeah, it does, because it's really mostly Guardians for most of it. Yeah.
Yep. This film has a surprise. Oh, right, I've just read that. Ship with Stark, Strange, and Spidey crashes on Titan. So we work out Titan is Thanos' planet, right?
Yeah.
Where he was brought up, yeah. Guardians have shown up. This is not the meeting I thought they would have, said Harry. I don't know why he said that. But,
he was probably expecting like on Earth or something like that.
Yeah,
with, like, all of them
just
together.
A little bit more lighter, I think.
Yeah.
This is getting quite serious, this film now.
Yeah.
Stark is pretty casual about being on another planet, isn't he?
Yeah, he didn't seem bothered at all. Neither Peter Parker. I mean, it's just like...
they were probably like, oh, we're on another planet now.
See, also, you just think, can I breathe this air? Is this all right? Or is
there's a bit where his helmet breaks, so...
Yeah.
Also, are my jetpacks work in the same way? Is gravity the same on this planet? No considerations, totally fine.
I don't have answer for those, I'm afraid.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I can suspend disbelief on that one. Doctor Strange having a moment, seeing 14 million possible futures.
Yeah.
The Avengers only win one. Okay, Strange. So how did they win that one? Let's go. That's the plan then, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Does that come up later then?
That is the plan, yeah.
Ah.
You'll see.
Why are you telling me things?
I'm not telling you anything.
You told me a little bit. Like, there is a reason why he acted like a complete dick later on.
Okay. Just wait and see.
Shut up. Right. I told you that the Red Skull
That's what Chen always says.
Yeah. I told you that the Red Skull was still alive. I've been saying it since the start. Red Skull's still alive. Yeah. Then one of my favourite moments with Harry ever, right? Mm-hmm. He shows up. We both gasp. Me and Harry both go, Joe says, "Who's that?" And Harry goes, "Darth Maul!" I didn't stop laughing for a good while. I said, "It's not Darth Maul. Who is it?" "Oh, it's the Red Skull." "Oh, yeah."
It's a crossover. It's the crossover now.
Yeah. Thanos needs to give over a soul to get the Soul Stone.
Well, he has to give up something he loves. Is what it is.
Gamora
and that's
tried
why...
to kill herself.
Yeah.
Turns to bubbles. Gamora killed. Ugh. Why are they doing this? I really didn't want her to die.
I know, but this is the thing though. She also thought that it was not possible for Thanos to get the Soul Stone.
Yeah, because he didn't love anything.
Yeah, but then it turns out actually, he did genuinely love her. And that's why he managed to get it.
He's creepy, isn't he?
Yeah,
like,
he really is.
Towards a few people, really creepy towards her, and he's creepy towards someone else later. He starts playing with her hair. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, ugh, fucking hell, Thanos is grim.
Yeah.
And now he's got the Soul Stone.
Yeah. Now he's just missing a Mind Stone.
Buck and Captain America reunite.
Oh no, and Thompson, yeah.
I hate Bucky, is what I've written there.
What is your problem with him?
He's rubbish, isn't he? What has he done?
Well, he doesn't say much, and he doesn't do much.
Give us a positive with that character. Tell me why I should like him.
It's quite difficult, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on.
I can't really think of a reason, honestly, because he's not really very interesting either, is he? Like, he was basically like a plot device. For
one film. What's his arm do? What does he do? Like, what's his power?
Well, he's like a master assassin, isn't he? He's supposed to be.
But he's not anymore because he's not brainwashed.
No, exactly. So it's a bit less interesting, isn't it, really, I guess?
Yep, it's rubbish.
He just goes around being miserable, doesn't he? Because he probably remembers all the bad stuff he did.
Well, not in this. He's like grinning away. He's like, "Hey, Gabby, all right."
That's true, yeah.
And he's got a new arm that he doesn't use. That was weird. Here's this new arm. It's made of vibranium. Okay. What are you going to use it for?
Rocket will have it.
Holding the gun that I'm shooting. Okay. I still don't get why they want to destroy the Vision Stone. Like, I didn't get that bit. I think surely it's better for Vision to fight Thanos, right? But
he can't win.
I don't think he can't win, but I don't think it's that much of a difference between having 5 stones and 6 stones.
But of course it is. That's the whole point.
I really don't think it's that much of a difference.
What is wrong with you?
It just takes a little bit longer. It just takes a little bit longer if he doesn't get that last stone.
No, the whole thing is he has to have all 6 stones so he can make happen what he wants to happen.
Yeah, he can make that happen. Okay.
Exactly. And so the whole reason for destroying the Mind Stone
doesn't really make sense either. Because
what do you mean?
Like, once he gets 6 stones, he can click his fingers and half the population of the universe dies.
Yes.
Why? How?
That's his. Okay, he is obsessed with this idea that there's overpopulation in the universe, and that there's not enough resources, and that because of what happened, because this is what happened on his homeworld. Like, exactly the same thing happened, where the whole homeworld was destroyed because of the fact that it was overpopulated.
I'm aware.
So then he has this idea that he's like, okay, we get rid of half the people in half the people in the whole of the universe, and then there'll be enough resources for everybody, and it'll be like a paradise. And then he gets a bit bored
because it's taking too long. So he's doing it, but it's taking too long.
Yeah, exactly. So but if he can do it with just clicking his fingers, then it's he in his mind he's got this idea that this is also more merciful to do it this way.
Okay.
Because you haven't got to go around murdering loads of people.
But he needs all of them. He needs the 6 of them, does he?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Once you have the 6, you can then you're basically granted a wish, and that can be anything.
Right, okay, I didn't hear anything about wishes.
No, that's what it is. That's what the whole thing is. You use the gauntlet to then say what you want, and that's what he did.
Okay, fine. Relighting the star to create Thor's new weapon.
Hang on, wait a minute. Hang on. If he wants to kill like half of everybody in the universe, right? There's no way that he'd be able to do that without having the 6 stones.
Yeah, he could.
He couldn't. It would take forever. He's
got the time stone. He'll just reverse time and just go to a different planet every time and kill half of them.
No, because then if you reverse
speed up time and then
he doesn't care.
He's got time and then mind one.
No, because that doesn't work. Because it just creates a new timeline. That's what happens every time.
Or the reality one, he can just say, "My new reality is that half of the planet of the universe."
Yeah, but but that's the whole thing. The reality stone only works within a certain area. That's why. Like, do you remember when?
Within a certain area.
No, it does because they showed that from when like when he did that thing to Drax and to Mantis, and they he kind of like made them into like bits of like rock or whatever, and then as soon as he left, they went back together again.
They did go back together again, didn't they? That was grim. That
it was, yeah.
Okay, right, okay. Let's just go with it. I'm just going to go with it.
Of course, you have to go with it. It's the whole point of the film.
I'm just going to go with it. Relighting the star to create Thor's new weapon.
Yeah.
Bruce in Hulk-sized Iron Man suit. These are just a few. Weird little goblin fuckers heading to Wakanda. Having to open the barrier to avoid getting surrounded. Right, so this is a massive battle. What battle did this remind you of, James? This whole scene?
It reminded me of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
So did it for me as well. I mean, it looked way better, obviously. But,
yeah. There was less comedy Jar Jar as well. Like.
There was less Halo 1-esque CGI on the screen, I'll tell you that. But yeah, it did remind me of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Okay. Thor, for some reason, wants to kill himself with the star. He
doesn't want to kill himself with the star. He's just.
No, he doesn't want to. But
he's opening the machinery to make it happen.
Thing, yeah, I know. They need the heat to melt the metal, whatever. But that whole thing about you're definitely going to die. Well, I'm going to die anyway. But you're definitely going to die. But I'm fine. I'll die. But then why is he doing it then?
Well, he was fine. It was all right.
He was fine. It was a bit ridiculous. They shouldn't have put that much emphasis on him definitely dying.
I mean, they could have just said like, "This is going to really hurt" or something like that. Or it's it's a bit dangerous, doing this.
Thor's not dead. No way, is what I've written. He needs his axe. Right, so he needs his axe to bring him back to life. Teenage Groot's time to shine. So this is where Groot creates the handle out of himself.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Everyone's getting battered by those goblin fuckers. Of course. Here comes Thor and Rocket and Groot. Not a crew I thought I'd see. That is a pretty cool crew.
It's a pretty cool little group, isn't it? Like,
also Thor's so badass when he turns up, isn't it? It's so good.
See, and this is what is so good about Thor's character as well, because like as you said, like he's become funnier and like there's like jokes about him and everything, but he's still pretty like he can kick ass as well, and which is pretty good.
Thanos now chatting with Strange. Thanos talking about his home, Titan. Still don't fully get on board with his plan. What is he going to do? Kill trillions and then just chill out?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Why? Just chill out.
Because that's the whole thing. He's mad as well. Like he's crazy. Like this whole concept of like having to reduce population and everything has just obsessed him and it's driven him mad. And that's all he seems to care about.
Quill putting a bomb on Thanos' back and then flipping the bird.
That was real good.
Harry absolutely loved that as he falls through one of Doctor Strange's.
I absolutely loved that. I thought that was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it was great.
Really funny. Yeah.
They're giving him good going over, to be fair. This is great. They really batter him, don't they?
Yeah. It's this whole, again, this was a sequence I was watching and like Chen walked in and I was like, just look at this. This is brilliant.
It was brilliant.
And it's just, the way they're doing that.
Mantis taming Thanos, trying to get the glove off him. Oh man, Quill just stopped them from taking the glove off.
I know. This is the thing. Like because when I watched it with Chen, like when we watched it ages ago, she was like, "It's totally Peter Quill's fault. Like if he hadn't done that, they could have got rid of it.
Yeah,
finished. That kind of thing. It'd be fine.
Well, he'd have probably got it back eventually, I guess. But
maybe, yeah.
But I mean, they were millimeters from getting removed. But you could see why he went for it. Like he was in love with Gamora, and he killed Gamora for his own. Yeah, I mean, horrendous. Thanos just destroyed a whole planet. What on earth? Where on earth is this going? Right, here we go. We're getting down to it now. We're getting down to it. I can't wait for you to read, to hear the end of my notes. I took a screenshot of them and sent them to Sean Bell, and he replied, belly laughing at the end of my notes. Go on.
Do you know? Actually, I've got a photo I need to send you as well.
Okay, all right.
That I took of something. I don't know if you noticed, but it's.
Wait. Let's do all that stuff at the end. Rocket saying, I'll get that arm to the Winter Soldier. Weirdest running joke, but I like it. Mm-hmm. Even throughout all of this, they still managed to get some laughs. When Thor sees Captain America and goes, I see you copied my beard. Hilarious. Thought that was really funny. And then when Groot goes, I am Groot. Captain America goes, I am Steve Rogers.
It's like really formally introduction.
Yeah, we were properly laughing at that. Properly laughing. It was great. Oh my God, Black Widow and Black Panther's bodyguard fighting together. The two coolest fighters in the films. Boom. Oh, they're getting their asses kicked. That's a shame.
When that happened, I just sat there. I was just thinking, I bet David loved this, this bit.
I loved it when they were together. And then I watched them not do anything and get their ass kicked. And I was like, that's rubbish. I want to see them fight together. They were amazing. How on earth does Stark compete with Thanos? He shouldn't be able to, right? So
he doesn't really, does he? I mean,
he still gives it a good go.
Yeah, of course he does. I mean, he's got, the technology is still pretty good.
Of course he does. This is the problem with how much more powerful everyone's been throughout these movies. It's been more and more and more power. And then all of a sudden you've got Tony Stark, who's just a man in a suit trying to fight one of the most powerful enemies in Marvel history.
No, but it's a powerful suit, and he's been able to take on other people in the past.
But it's only stuff that he's made from bits in Earth.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's made from vibranium.
It's not, though.
I know, but, it's still good.
Okay, you fully defended that. Stark can compete with Thanos.
No, I'm not saying you can compete with Thanos because he clearly got his ass kicked really badly, but then he's still got to try, hasn't he?
He's just been stabbed. I think he might die, and that is not going to go down well. I thought Stark was going to die here, but no, he doesn't.
No, he sews himself up, doesn't he, a bit?
Yeah, he does. Strange giving. Yeah, he uses that weird sort of. He seems to have stolen some. Because he did the same thing for sealing the thing after killing Mordin, right?
Yeah, he seems... I don't know what that stuff is, but it's brilliant.
He nicked it off of Spider-Man. It's like a wet version of his web.
Yeah.
Which can apparently heal the human body as well. Okay. Strange giving the stone to spare Tony Stark's life. It's a bit of a weird decision, right?
Yeah.
Unless there's some plan involved.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there is.
Well, we'll see. We've already said there is a plan involved. You've already told me that, so don't try to be cryptic about it. You've already told me that there's part of a plan.
Well, maybe it's misdirection.
James, it wasn't. I can always tell when you're being genuine, and you were being genuine at the start there, so you've ruined it already. We're in the end game now, says Strange. Fuck off. I still can't call where this is going, though. Thanos has made it to Earth, right? Yeah. So Thanos is now on Earth. Jesus Christ. There's so much to go through. It's mad, isn't it, this film? So much happens. Honestly, he's way too powerful at this point. How the fuck is he going to be defeated? That's a question. Vision telling Wanda to kill him and destroy the stone. She's doing it. Stone is destroyed, no wait. Of course, he's using the time stone to bring him and the mind stone back. Okay, fine. And now he's caught them all. Like some sort of... Right, okay. Here we go. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Thor shows up and puts an axe in his chest.
Yep.
You should have gone for the head.
Yeah.
Clicks his fingers, so he's killed half of the universe, right?
Yep.
Now they're in some red place. Thanos hasn't got his glove. Talking to Child Gamora. Did you do it? Yes. Here we go. Thanos disappears. Winter Soldier turns to dust. No great loss there. Black Panther turns to dust. No! Groot. Dead. Wanda. Dead. Falcon. Dead. Mantis. dead. Drax, dead. Star-Lord, dead. Oh no, Harry's not going to handle this well. Strange, dead. Spider-Man, dead.
And that was horrible, that bit. But yeah.
We'll come back to that. Thanos back on his home planet, which is now nice again.
Yeah.
What the hell, the end? What the fucking hell?
Well, okay.
That was... I mean... Right. What?
Okay. Now, imagine, right? You're in the cinema.
I have done, James.
And you're just
That's
sitting
all
there.
I've been thinking about. That's
And
all
then you're
I've been thinking about.
You know, because obviously we knew when this came out that there was going to be a second, like there was more coming, right?
Yeah.
But then imagine you're thinking, I've got to wait a year to find out what happens next.
I could not. For starters, I didn't think we were anywhere near the end of this film when this happened.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I thought there was a good 25 to 30 minutes left.
No.
So we're sitting there, and I'm like, okay, so he's back on his planet, a little smart. Credits?
Yeah.
What? No, not credits. What's no? and then right. Okay, I'll tell you this bit before we get to the other stuff.
Cool.
Harry was like almost in tears.
Really?
Right? Yeah,
Shit.
of course. All of his fucking Star-Lord is like his hero.
Yeah.
Dead. Right? Groot, he absolutely adores. Dead. Drax, dead. Like all the Guardians are dead.
But yeah, all the Guardians are dead. Like, all the good ones, basically.
Yeah, all the good ones. So we're sitting there, and I said, don't worry, Harry. We know there are more films, right? And let's watch the post-credit scene, because I'm sure it will explain, it will give some sort of hint to how they're going to come back. And then we were like, Nick Fury. And we went, and Harry went, Nick Fury, he'll sort it. And then he just turned to dust. And I was like, oh my God.
That was great, though. And he was like, motherfucker.
I mean, God damn.
I know. And this was why, seriously, like building up to all of this, it's like, this is why this is such an event, this whole thing as well, because it's incredible. Like,
can I tell you my confession then?
Go on. Did you know all this already?
So I knew there was a film where lots of people died, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I knew this is that there was a viral clip that went round the internet that I'd seen where Ruffalo was saying, oh, you want to see the end of the film? Like, everyone died. Oh, and he's like, no, dude, what the fuck? I think it's War Machines with him.
Yeah.
And goes, what the fuck are you doing? And like, he spoiled it in like some press conference.
It was.
Well, here's the thing, James.
Yeah.
I'd seen that and was 100%. I just had it in my head.
Do you think it was Endgame?
That I thought that was Endgame. I had no idea anyone died in this film, so it blew my mind when it was happening on screen. So I'm so glad that didn't ruin things. Yeah. I'm so glad it didn't ruin things, because I was genuinely blown away by this ending. I thought it was absolutely superb. And don't get me wrong, Harry has gone to me today. I mean, look, I've put Harry Mark out of 10. He said, without the ending, it would be a 10 out of 10, but with the ending, it's an 8 out of 10. I said, best bit, my favourite bit, when the Guardians meet up with the Avengers. Okay, great. Like, that ending, it blew me away. I thought it was superb. The bit where Spider-Man's dying is genuinely horrible.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to go.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit abrupt. I think that was the only criticism I've got to say about the ending. It was a bit like a bit out of nowhere. It felt like it was kind of like, okay, and end now, and it was like, okay, I guess. But wow, what the fuck? Where do we go from here?
Well, we've got 2 more films before you can find out.
That's horrible. Well, that's it. I turned when Joe said, "Oh my God," because Joe watched it, she loved it as well, and she said, "What's next?" And I went, "Let me look." I said, "It's Ant-Man and the Wasp. How are we going to watch that?"
Yeah,
because Ant-Man wasn't in this at all. So
no, he wasn't. But that's all.
Don't tell me. I'm fascinated to find out whether this carries on from there or it's set before when this happens, which is a possibility, I guess.
And also you've got Captain Marvel as well, which is that's a necessary film.
That's a necessary film because that scene, I'm assuming, I don't know 100%, but it looks like Nick Fury was using his device to page Captain Marvel, right?
Because that's what the symbol was. It's the symbol for Captain Marvel. Yeah. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, what an incredible film.
It's brilliant though, isn't it? Like, and the thing is see, when I read reviews and all that sort of thing of this film, there was a lot of, when the film first came out, there was criticism with people just saying like, there's so much happens, and like if you went into this cold and didn't know anything, you'd just be completely confused.
Yeah, you can't watch this. You can't watch this without watching the previous films.
But then what's so good about like how they built this up, like through all of these films, and like there were some not great films here, but it still gives you time with the characters so that it means more as well when all these things happen.
Yeah,
and that's why it's so good. But then also I think one of the other benefits that has been from you watching it in this way is that you haven't had to wait like between these things, so it's fresher in your mind as well. Like going into these films, because
for sure,
as I said, imagine waiting a year to find out what's happened.
I can't deal with that, and then I'd be worried about spoilers. I'd be worried about bits of news dropping out, and it's like, oh look, Spider-Man's been seen on set, so he's not dead. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen. Well, that's not true. I know there's a new Thor film, although he doesn't die in this. I know there's a new... but I know that Groot is in the new Thor film, so something's got to happen. 2 Spider-Man films I know of, Doctor Strange film, so I know, maybe too much, but...
Would you say this film was like a kind of a bit of a roller coaster with that, like emotional one?
What do you mean?
As in, like, it's kind of like up and down quite a lot, and then it is a big shock at the end, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say up and down. I mean, I just really enjoyed it throughout the whole film. I don't think, I think if I had one criticism, there's too much going on. But then, having said that, if they try to reduce the amount of what's going on, the impact wouldn't have been as big, and there would have been other problems. So no, I don't think that there's much else they could have done to have made this better.
No, and also, I mean, this is never looked at my watch the whole time I was watching this film. It's just I
don't believe that.
No, seriously, it was. I really enjoyed watching this again. It was great.
We were hooked. Like we were absolutely gripped from start to finish.
I mean, it did incredibly well as well. I mean, it's like it's the highest grossing like MCU film ever, but like also the highest grossing like superhero film ever. And the 4th highest grossing film of all time.
This did better than Endgame, because I would have imagined that Endgame would have done better.
I'm not sure, because this was before, so maybe Endgame, but I'll have to check that when we get to that. But according to what I had here.
So like, were people furious about the ending to this?
Yes, but then also it spawned like a lot of like memes and all sorts of stuff. Like it was, I mean, there was also the. Have you ever seen those things where people have written Thanos was right, like on things? That was one thing. And
is that just about overpopulation?
Yeah, and there's also that, and there's also, I mean, this is one of the other things that happened was there was a subreddit that appeared that was called Thanos Did No Wrong. Right. And the thing, and then what they did was they had an event where they decided that half the people on the subreddit would get banned, and so. And then they got Josh Brolin, who is Thanos. He recorded a video saying, "Here we go, Reddit users." And then he snapped his fingers, and then 300,000 accounts were banned, which was including one of the directors of the film as well. Was on it, which is quite funny. Yeah. So it was like this was like a real like cultural event, kind of thing. It was a huge.
I can't believe I hadn't heard of this.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I had, but I just associated it to the wrong film.
Yeah.
So that makes me really excited for Endgame, because I know that people loved Endgame. Right. Yeah. Because Sean said that I say people loved it. I know, my friends were very excited about Endgame. They thought it was incredible. Like that to me felt like what this is. That like hearing the buzz. I didn't hear anyone talk about Infinity War at the time.
Yeah.
I heard loads of people talk about Endgame. Right. So
I think that's
I'm really
also
excited
for
Endgame.
That's also partly though because of how successful Infinity War I think was, and like building it up, to what was going to happen next. And it's like,
okay,
yeah.
So you had some things that you thought I was going to pick up on. What was your list? Read me your list.
What have I got? So I've got my list was the Where Are the Stones? That was one of them.
Yep.
What else did I have? I had Why Did Hulk Refuse to Come Out?
That
was another one that I thought you were going to ask.
Yeah, if you remember, if I hadn't have given up on the Hulk in Ragnarok, then yeah. But I've given up on Hulk now. Whatever. He can do what he wants. I don't care.
I thought you'd wonder where Captain America's shield had gone.
No, he gave it up, didn't he?
He did give it up, yeah. And he's got vibranium gauntlets.
Yeah, but where is his shield? I can't remember where he gave it.
That was at the end of Civil War.
Didn't he give it to Tim from the office? Because they said, "Oh no,
they just dumped it, and that was it. And it was
right, okay.
That was the end. Yeah. What else did I have? No, I think that was it. That was the only one, apart from the Infinity Stones. That was the only other one that I thought you'd pick up on.
And you want me to do something at the end of this?
Yeah. So, open your web browser.
Oh no, go on. Yeah.
Right, and type in. Did Thanos kill me?
Oh, all one word. Did Thanos
kill me?
Me.
No. Oh. Did Thanos kill me?
Yeah. Right. Oh, so this will tell me if I would have survived.
Yeah.
So I just hit enter and tell you.
Yeah.
What did you get when you did this?
I was killed.
You were slain by Thanos.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got. Yeah.
So what if you just refresh? Oh right, okay. So yeah, it's at random.
Yeah, it's totally random.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm dead now.
So there you go.
Still, I went with some of the best ones. I mean, who's left? Let's have a quick rundown. So
it's kind of the shit ones.
It really is, isn't it? Really is.
So you got Captain America. He's still all right. He's still knocking around. Bruce Banner,
one of the shit ones. Bruce Banner. Okay.
He's still around.
Tony Stark.
Yeah, Tony Stark. Who else is there? Winter Soldier's gone.
Black Widow? Still alive?
Yeah, she's still around, yeah.
Hawkeye?
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. We don't know.
Yeah, well, yes. You just said yes, so. Right, is there anything else we need to discuss with this film, or are we done?
I don't know. I mean, the only other thing I had was how long people were on the screen for.
Yeah, do that. Right.
So the number one was Thanos, right. And then who do you reckon was number two?
Peter Quill.
Who was Gamora?
Gamora, of course.
Yeah,
there were some long scenes with her.
And then after that, you got Tony Stark, and then Thor, and then Doctor Strange, and then Peter Quill. Wow.
Oh, Peter Quill was quite low down then.
Yeah, he was quite low down.
How about Rocket?
Where was Rocket? Let's have a look. He was 6 minutes. He had.
No, he wasn't.
No, seriously, cumulatively, it's 6 minutes.
Bollocks! Don't believe that. There's all the stuff with him. No, there's not. That's not true. You want to get that checked.
It's approximate screen time for each major character. This is how long they're, saying things.
No.
This is how long they're talking for.
Right, okay, talking's different. Screen time's different to talking, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, it just says screen time for each major character. I didn't make this
Where
up.
are you getting the talking bit from, then? Have you just added that in yourself?
I just added that in myself, yeah. It's Anyway.
How about Stan Lee? Is Stan Lee listed on there? Is he not?
No, he's not even listed.
You'd put him on there for a gag, wouldn't you? Go on.
So the least, you know who the least was?
I'm going to suggest, out of the major characters...
I wouldn't say this person's a major character.
Oh, right, who cares? The Collector?
Actually, he's second to bottom, but below that was Ned, from Spider-Man.
Oh, for Christ's sake, why even add that? How about, who's one that I think would be quite low? What a major character that I think would be quite low. Obviously, Captain America's not in it much, right?
No, he's quite low down.
How many minutes
on the list? He's kind of mid-table.
I would have said Rocket's in it more than him.
Rocket's in it.
6 minutes. She said.
Yeah, and Steve Rogers is in it 6 minutes 45 seconds.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But again, these are approximate screen times for each major character. I don't know if this is true or not, so,
Who's above... who's above... This is really boring for everyone, but who's above the Collector?
Heimdall. He got 45 seconds.
Red Skull didn't have much, did he? A minute, maybe?
I don't know. He's not even mentioned because he's not a major character.
Right, whatever. Okay, this list is rubbish, right?
Yeah. Well, I just got the list, so I don't know. I didn't make it up.
How the fuck am I going to sit down and watch Ant-Man and the Wasp next week, James?
I don't know because I can't even remember if that's a good film. Honestly,
no, I don't think it's going to be.
It's certainly not a memorable one. Put it that way, because I don't remember a lot about it. So I'm looking forward to watching it again.
Right.
But Captain Marvel is a memorable one, though. Yeah.
Okay. I want to be done for a little bit, actually. Like, I need a break.
Well, we're barreling to the end here. Like, I mean, maybe
not. We're barreling to your goalpost that you set up. That's all we're doing. We've got loads after that.
But look, Ant-Man and the Wasp is shorter than this one, so it's fine.
Okay.
It's about 2 hours. It's okay.
But isn't like Endgame like 3 hours long? You said.
Yeah, it's very long. It's a very long film.
So I have now watched 19 of the films. When we started this, you said there was 27 films.
Yeah.
So I am actually doing all right. You're
doing very well. You're doing very well. Yeah,
I can't believe I've watched this many fucking films.
But come on, look at it this way though. You've had all this like with Harry. You've watched all this. He's loving it as well. Even it sounds like Joe's got a bit of an interest as well.
He was pretty upset last night, mate.
Yeah, but that's what films do, isn't it? That's what's brilliant about films, you know.
I know, but he's. We haven't spoken about this. Right? But after Guardians 2, I sort of mentioned it on the call and then we forgot to talk about it. He had like a meltdown. Like he had his "Oh my God, we're mortal" moment. Where he said he come up to me like he didn't go to sleep and then he was crying in his bed and he went, "I'm just thinking about when Peter Quill's dad died."
Yeah.
And that's making me think about when you die. And then 2 days later, his nana died unexpectedly. So he's had that to deal with.
Yeah.
And now Groot and Peter Quill are dead.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's been a really fucking harsh few weeks for the boy.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Shit. Anyway, Ant-Man and the Wasp's next.
Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Captain Marvel. And
I'll catch you next week.
All right, see you later.
God damn.
Bye.